I'm sure you fantasize about her many times. Your dream woman, your future self. Some of you have even gone ahead and made a Pinterest board about her, like me. Okay, no shame. I've named my board Future Me. Have you done that? She is that girl, and she has a way that she looks in your mind. And there's a way that she presents herself. There are things, of course, there's a career that she has, there's money that she has, a family, and all of these things. And you're asking yourself now, how do I go from who I am now to who I desire to be? I want to answer those questions for you. And I believe before the end of this video, you will know how to use the way that you dress to become closer to the woman that you desire to be. And you can start today. I'm Sophia. I own a women's fashion brand, but a lot of you know this about me. I love inner work. I'm an inner work enthusiast and an inner work coach. And I've been doing a lot of research around the psychology between the mind and fashion. And what I will say is that dressing like your dream woman makes her more tangible. All right. Think about this. It is a process to become your dream woman. You don't just become her tomorrow. You can start aligning to her today by how you present yourself. But it is a process. Okay, some of you, want to be executives for a Fortune 500 company, and you're thinking, how do I become that? Okay, a lot of executives have to stay in a job for a while or grow within a company or have certain degrees and have certain certifications. And those things, of course, can take time. But I believe that when you start to dress like her, you start to catalyze that process. And what you start to do is you start to send signals to everyone around you and to everything around you that says, I am prepared to become the woman of my dreams. And what you're going to notice is people start to talk to you differently. People start approaching you differently because they recognize that you're changing, or they just recognize that something in them has to change in order to accommodate you. And surprisingly, what you'll start to notice is opportunities start coming for you. Because remember that this dream woman is now at the forefront of everything that you do when you dress like her. When you look in the mirror, you see her when you're dressed like her. And you're reminded, okay, I'm dressed like her today because I want to be her. So what would she even do today? Okay, would she be scrolling on social media all day, or will she be working on her mind? You start to think like her. And when you start to think like her, opportunities start coming to you, or actually maybe even some opportunities are there, but because you're thinking like her now, you grab them. You see them as, oh, this is good for this dream woman. All right. It's all about the mindset shift. So I hope that you understand that this is not just, hey, I'm just going to dress like who I want to be in the future and then become her now. No, it is part of the process. And a lot of times people are delaying the actual journey of becoming your dream woman because you don't know where to start. I'm giving you where to start. Just start dressing like her. All right. Quick story. When I was reporting the news, I used to wear my own designs on air. All right. I didn't even know that I was doing this back then, but I would wear this blouse that I love so much. And it was handmade by a tailor in Nigeria. And I designed it, but I would wear it on air. And I knew that my future self, I knew that I wanted to add fashion to my resume of work. I knew I actually wanted to own a fashion brand. And I didn't realize that I was doing this back then, but I would dress like a fashion brand owner, like a fashion designer. And here I am now, 10 years from then, from this picture, and I am sitting in the manifestation of the dream girl. And trust me, I do have dreams in the future for who I want to be in the future. It is a constant process. All right. I am the dream woman of my 20s. The woman now that I'm looking at in my 30s is the dream woman of my 20s. And I'm currently in the process of, well, what does the dream woman of your 40s even looks like? How can I start presenting myself as her? So it is a tangible way of being in contact with your dream self. Whether you believe it or not, dressing affects how you think, and it can even affect how you perform. In my last video, I talked about enclothed cognition, which is the science, basically, the psychological science between how you dress and how it's connected to how you feel and even how you perform. We talked about the experiment that the scientists did where they gave half of their subjects lab coats and the other half just wore street clothing, just regular clothing. And they were measuring alertness. And the people who were lab coats were more alert, okay, every single time than the people who just wore regular street clothes. And they associated that performance to simply the people who wore lab coats felt smarter, because lab coats, of course, are connected with scientists and science and smart people. All right. So there is science that proves this. And I do this a lot with my coaching clients. We go through a project where they have to dress up as their dream woman and then explain to me, why did they choose that jacket? Why did they choose that dress? What about that necklace is screaming dream girl? It is very, very interesting what comes up in people when they do this. But I think it's important for you to recognize that this acting as if, I'm going to dress as if, it's a form of, it's a psychology technique. A lot of therapists do this. A lot of therapists, of course, role play. They do role play to get you to start thinking outside of the way that you normally think. Well, this is a form of acting as if. You are just pretending. You are pretending to be her. All right. It is that simple. But here's the thing about pretending is somehow, some way, it starts to morph you. All right. So you start to shift your mindset. When you are dressing like your dream woman, you are starting to keep her at the forefront of your mind. Your posture starts to change. Your behavior starts to change even. And your habits will start to change. So I think it's important for me to explain to you that dressing up as your dream woman does not automatically make you your dream woman. It is part of the process of becoming her. Dressing like her is a catalyst. Think about it as the fuel to the fire. Okay, the journey, the mindset shift, all of those things, that is the fire. But the dressing like her is the fuel, and it is going to catalyze it every single time. If you want to be a doctor, I don't think it's strange for you to go buy a doctor's coat and wear it around the house. I don't think it's strange for you to start wearing scrubs. Wear it while you're watching Netflix. Wear it while you are scrolling on IG. If you're at home basically not doing much, one thing is going to happen when you're dressed like her. You're going to go to the restroom at some point, and then you're going to see her in the mirror. And you're going to say, this is my dream woman. And you're going to be reminded of her. And suddenly your behavior is going to start changing. The things that you engage in will start changing because you want to honor this woman that you're looking at. Okay, let me just say this. I'm a believer, okay? And I believe that faith without works is dead. I believe that when you have faith that you will become your dream woman, you also have to do the work to become her. And a lot of times people delay the work because they feel like it's too much work. What are the works that you are going to do to be able to match that? You are destined to be that woman. One of my favorite verses says, before he formed you, he knew you. So there is a version of you that is higher than where you are right now. And she is calling for you to go higher. She is calling for you to become her. And I honestly believe that you can start that today by becoming her, becoming that girl. I really hope that this has been helpful. If you like this kind of inner work stuff, this deep conversation, I want you to subscribe to my newsletter, Unleashed with Sophia. It is going to bless you. And remember that when you look good, you feel good.